Social media is now a big part of our life. We use it every single day. So today we want to find out, the social media patterns, the differences between how a UK person uses social media and how a Hong Konger uses social media. We're going to interview a guy from UK and his name is Jack. Somehow the US government, somehow if they take control of this thing, is very dangerous.
My concern is that the government want to control the social media and then control the world.
How social media advertising have influenced the people, how they vote on the Brexit issues. Now now that we're done with China, let's go with the tortoise jelly. 龜苓膏啊. When we eat these type of tortoise jelly, we would put syrups on top. But as a challenge, we're not going to provide you with syrups at the beginning. We'll see how you handle that, right?
Oh, it smells nothing, but
It smells a bit like tea.
It does, because of the herbs, right?
Yeah.
Is it good?
how does it taste? Nothing sweet, nothing
pretty
honey.
bitter.
It's very bitter.
Yeah.
Now that you're done with the first bite, now we're going to give you some, see if it gets any better. So Sarah, what function does the tortoise jelly have?
I think it helps to stay healthy
Okay.
in your daily life
Okay.
and help to eliminate some poisonous material from your body.
Right.
Yeah,
That's good.
Also
Definitely.
help to relieve the angerness from the face and make your face more smooth and more looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's also
That's
some yasime.
All right,
Let's
we
try
missed the
this
drink.
one.
Cheers.
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 Let's take a picture and
All
post on
right,
the
let's do
Facebook.
that. All right.
Yes.
Oh, like this, like.
Yeah.
One of the big things that, how people get in touch these days is by social media. So from the UK, do you guys use social media? Do you notice any difference between how your friends would use social media versus how your girlfriend's friends are going to use social media?
Yeah, so I've got quite a few friends try and be influencers on Instagram and things like that.
Right.
Basically, they don't have a real job and
Really?
they just post stuff.
Okay. And how about your girlfriend? How would she use social media?
She mainly uses moments on WeChat, I would say,
WeChat, yeah.
Right.
rather than Western social media platforms.
Okay.
Do you think the Facebook determine what information to provide to you based on your history?
Yeah, so I both like and dislike it. I think the original method of why this sort of tracking came around help us as consumers to find
Right.
stuff we want more easier. But more recently, it's now trying to influence our decisions, which
Right.
so I'm quite careful about what I'm
Okay,
sharing
yeah.
myself, either my cookie settings on browsers
Oh yeah.
or
A tech guy.
Yeah.
A tech guy, right?
Yeah.
So you previously mentioned about Brexit, right? So I watched this documentary video about how social media advertising have influenced the people, how they vote on the Brexit issues.
Yeah.
What is your take on this?
I think it is a terrible, terrible thing.
Do you think people are manipulating the social media? Facebook is being owned by American company. Are you concerned at all that somehow the US government, somehow if they take control of this thing, is very dangerous?
I don't think the US government themselves would necessarily try and take hold of it.
Right?
I think just the way there'd be absolute outrage in the US.
Right.
It would be like the storming the Capitol down.
Okay.
Like they were trying to
Yeah,
ban TikTok,
it would be a
right?
lot worse than that.
Okay.
If people thought their individual human rights were being encroached on, there'd be uproar.
Right.
So I don't think the US government would try and do that.
Right.
But I do think to stop people's votes getting traded, there needs to be a little bit more regulation on these social media companies to make sure that they're stopping this sort of behavior. And if they don't, they incur massive fines.
Right.
But I think
Things-
many websites, something like Facebook, YouTube, their headquarters is located in the United States. So in my opinion, the United States want to control the internet around the world. And
Right.
so do you
Interesting.
think that is a threat for
No, I think a lot of it was like the .com all came out of mainly California.
Right.
So they've just chosen to stay where they are. But I still also think part of it is also because they're now like Google, Facebook, they're massive corporations.
Okay.
Like American law tends to favor massive corporations rather than, let's say, if they were to move it to the EU, for example, there's a lot more, the law is sort of aimed more towards the workers, a bit more.
Yes.
The EU and like even UK, for example, if you have a baby, like pretty much every single EU country is both the man and the woman can take a share of a year out, and that company still needs to pay you that wage. That sort of thing, it exists for some companies in the US, but it's not like the law.
Okay, it's just like some sort of benefits.
Yeah.
But actually, my concern is that the government want to control the social media and then control the world. So we think
Control the world.
How do you think my concern?
I think in some ways it's if they try and overstep too much.
Yes.
I think for now it's just what we saw the outcome with the Capitol riots and what other stuff was being spread. It's aimed at that. They could try and overstep their boundaries. I can see why you're concerned there. But if they try and do that, the thing about democracy is that people don't like it, they can vote to change it.
Yes.
So.
I heard you live in Maywood.
Yes, I quite like its chilled, laid-back atmosphere. And there's just, as it's smaller, like there's a bit more of a community spirit.
So when you are choosing a place to live, for the environment and the transportation, which one do you think is more important?
For me, it's the environment.
Environment?
Yes, going to Maywood for me is just like being on holiday a lot of the time.
Yes.
Like I get to walk my dog.
Yes.
Just like along the beach at night.
Yes.
It's very peaceful.
Yes.
Particularly since COVID's been going on, I haven't been to the office in over a year.
So you're a home office, so the transportation is not a big problem.
But even before then, it wasn't a problem for me. Like my office is in Wan Chai, and the whole thing would take me about an hour and 15 minutes.
An hour and 15.
But
that's enough.
That's pretty far.
For Hong Kong it is, but before moving to Hong Kong in the UK, I would commute for 2 hours in each direction.
Wait,
Hong Kong is
like
more
where in the
convenient.
UK are you from?
I'm from Oxford.
Oh,
but
Oxford, yeah.
My job was in London. But it was just one side of London to the other.
Right.
Okay.
So it takes a long time to get through. But a lot of people in Hong Kong, like anything longer than 10 minutes is too far for them.
Yes,
So
for me,
convenient.
So thank you, Jack, today for
Thank you for having me.
for eating.
Thank you for giving me
and turtle jelly with us.
Thank you for giving me free food.
Next time we'll have some other stuff for you. We'll have more challenges coming out next time.
Okay.
Please share our video out and please remember to subscribe to our channel. The next time we come up with a video, you'll be notified by YouTube.